Moving on to the next type of essays in task 2, writing skills, we have the discussion type. So in this discussion type, you are given a topic and you are expected to share or express your opinions on the same. So let's check out with one example. Some people think schools should educate pupils according to their academic ability. And others believe pupils with different abilities should be educated together. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So this is how a discussion passage goes. In a discussion passage, you are given a scenario and you are expected to discuss from both views and then finally give your own opinion. So people think schools should educate pupils according to their academic ability, and some believe that pupils with different abilities should be educated together. So what are your views on both the statements? And give your opinion. So I'm going to go about like this. The general introduction, where I am going to talk about the special needs of children or the gap between the intellectual abilities of children and how each and every child is academically capable in different ways and how they cannot be measured or assessed in the same way. So all these things will be given in my introduction, and I would also talk about their learning abilities, which I just told you now. So how they would be able to cope up when they are educated together or in any scenario. So this is my first para. So practically it is not that possible to train or educate pupil, every child based on their academic ability. It might sound better for an argument, but practically there are so many difficulties. So moving on to my second paragraph. It is not advisable from my side because I personally feel that a child should not be evaluated based on his or her academic ability. And there are so many reasons for that. I would like to give a few reasons. First, it will give us a sense of inferiority. This is definitely going to bring down their confidence level. So the confidence level will be pulled down when we are going to categorize children based on their academic ability. So that is one reason why I would not stand for this. And I can also, because see, it is going to affect both the capable and the non-capable ones. Capable ones would become more confident, which might result in bullying of the submissive ones. And the ones who are not capable or who are not academically sound, academic ability is not sound, for such people, what would happen is their confidence level comes down. So that is one issue. So, secondly, inconsistency. Inconsistency in performance. So the performance might be inconsistent. It is not easy to categorize that the child is academically sound or the child is academically weak. So it's not, academic ability cannot be assessed just like that or based on their performance because of the level of inconsistency. So because 60 to data says that around 60 to 70% marks may actually develop more interest in studies. So if a child is able to get 60 to 70%, it is likely for the child to get better grades in the upcoming examination. So that is one reason. So if we are going to separate such children, the transformation chances go low. So the competitive spirit goes down, and hence the transformation chances are also going low. So sometimes the weaker students, they get inspired. Inspiration, there is no inspiration that happens. So the weaker children might get inspired by looking at the brighter students, and they might try to perform well. So I can mention that, and I can put these in the second paragraph. So as I had said, I should be able to give my views on both the stances, okay? Educating them according to their academic ability and educating them together. So second paragraph, I have supported that they should not be, categorized based on their ability. The third paragraph, I'm going to say that every child has got his or her own learning ability. So the learning ability would not be used to the maximum in a mixed class. The child might not be given importance, or there are higher chances of the child going unnoticed in a mixed class. So that is a disadvantage. And sometimes we need to give individual attention based on their capacity or their ability to make them more intellectual and more capable. So, complex concepts can be taught in a more easier way. And one more important thing is that in a mixed class, sometimes they might be exploited. They might come under the influence of spoiled children, which might ruin their academics also. So there are higher chances of a negative effect on children when it comes to having them in the same class. So all this I would bring under my third paragraph. And my fourth paragraph is the conclusion. So in the fourth paragraph, I would mention that though, in this issue of benefit of intelligent students, sometimes it is the overall effect of the student community to become, more harmful, because it might affect the self-esteem of students, and in the sense the segregation might affect the self-esteem of students, and at no cost should we be a reason for affecting the self-esteem of any child for that matter. So let's quickly go through the question. So this is a discussion passage or a discussion essay. So people think that schools should educate pupils according to their academic ability, and others believe pupils with different abilities should be educated together. So there are two sentences, two views, okay? Yeah. Educate pupil according to their academic ability is a view, and pupil with different abilities should be educated together. So these are two views. So we should understand that there is no agreeing or disagreeing. You need to give your views on both the points. Yes, of course, the final conclusion, your opinion can be mentioned, it can be voiced, but make sure you speak for both the topics and then come to your conclusion. So my first paragraph is a general introduction paragraph as to the discussion of various learning abilities of any student, and how difficult it is to manage children of different academic ability in the same class, and how it's going to disturb them if we are going to separate them based on their ability. That comes in my first paragraph. Second paragraph, it is not that advisable to have them segregated like that, because number one, it's going to give a sense of inferiority to the children. Now this is going to affect both the children who are capable and who are not capable. The ones who are capable are going to become more dominant, and they might make the others submissive, and the ones who are not capable or not academically able, they might become even more submissive. They might become even more inferior. They might start feeling that sense of inferiority, it butts in them. And then the inconsistency in performance. We cannot stick to one particular system of assessment, because we should understand that when they are sitting in a mixed class, children, the inconsistency will vary. For example, a child which is able to score 60 to 70% mark will will start looking forward to score better marks. So that is also very important to be noted. Coming to the third paragraph, when we have them together, it is always good, because children might become an inspiration to the other. When we are going to put them, academically, if they're going to categorize them according to their ability, the chances of inspiration comes less. So learning ability also will differ. And the mixed class, when we have a mixed class, there are a lot of positive points and negative points to be said. As I said, inspiration, motivation fact. Okay, and negative points are that sometimes they might be subdued by their children. Sometimes they might be taken advantage. Their weakness, their inferiority, their lack of self-esteem would be taken as an advantage. So that is one disadvantage. And teaching of complex topics. When you teach for a mixed group, it doesn't reach every child. But when we have academically, when we categorize children, it becomes easy for us to understand and teach an individual, break down the complex substance into simpler points and make the child easily understand. So that is one advantage. And my conclusion passage, this is where I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to say that though I feel every child has a different learning ability, I strongly feel that the children should not be categorized based on their performance or their ability, because it is definitely going to touch their self-esteem, and we are no one to do that.